we have some special ladies that they just came back a week ago from CIY, and they're going to get up and share with us what God's doing in their lives. Verity and Katie.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Verity Gray, and I was one of the 15 high school students who had the opportunity to participate in MOVE. MOVE is a high school 5-day youth conference which is hosted by a ministry called Christ in Youth, or CIY. The goal of CIY is to partner with the local church in order to create moments and conversations that call young people to follow Jesus and into lives of kingdom work. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I had talked to several people who had attended MOVE before me, and from their stories, I developed an expectation for the week that was far from what I actually experienced. And at first, I viewed the fact that I wasn't having the exact same experiences and the exact same calls to action that my peers had had in previous years as a bad thing. I later realized that the diversity of convictions and encounters is actually part of the beauty of CIY and the love that God has for each of us. On the last day, Daniel, MCC's youth coordinator, called us all together just to debrief and to share what we had learned. And hopefully he doesn't kill me after saying this, but I was honestly thinking we've all sung the exact same worship songs, listened to the same messages, completed the same devotionals. Why should we be sharing what we learned when we've obviously all learned the exact same thing? Well, during that meeting, all 15 students and the leaders as well shared how MOVE had impacted them over the past 5 days, and each of their stories of what God had laid on their heart were profound, different, and were closely related to the struggles of that student. As much as my type A personality wishes that the steps to a strong relationship with God could be prescribed and the same for all, that's not how God works. He had a unique plan for each one of us and knows exactly how to touch each of our hearts in a way that will most effectively bring us towards Him. What a testament of how God is for all of us forever, which, by the way, was the theme of CIY. So now I will pass it off to Katie, who will tell you about her experience.
All right, well, shoot, Verity, you're going to make me look bad. That was phenomenal. All right, everybody, sit tight, because I'm not the best at public speaking, but here we go. Like Verity, I had really high expectations for CIY as well. My sister Emily went to CIY in Colorado 2 years ago, before this COVID stuff happened. When she came home, it seemed like she had a huge turning point in her relationship with God. I'm not going to lie, I didn't quite have the same reaction. In fact, I came to the point of testing my faith with God. For example, wondering if I really and truly am talking to the King above all kings, the one and only God. Because quite frankly, that sounds way too good to be true. But slowly and surely throughout the week, I was realizing more and more that all the stories we heard and the messages we listened to all led to trust. Finally, on the very last day, while we were having alone time and praying and talking to God, I had a huge realization that Christianity is all about trust. You must trust God to be there and that He is listening to every prayer. Now, this is going to sound a little bit stupid, but it put trusting God into perspective for me. I kept comparing trusting God to that one scene in Indiana Jones, when he must take the leap of faith and step onto the invisible bridge. God is our bridge, and we have to trust that He will be there to catch us when we fall and make mistakes. And most importantly, trust that He did die on the cross for our sins. I'd like to overall say it was a wonderful experience, and I'd like to thank all of the youth leaders for taking us there and letting us know they're always there to talk to us.